Hello everyone. You may be wondering about the jack-o'-lantern on my head. This is the new avatar for the channel. I feel like the Warhammer TV show doesn't get talked about enough, so I've taken on the mission of reviewing them.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
The animation was done with both Lost Legion Studio, who have also done work on another Warhammer show called The Broken Land and on the game SCP-5K, the other studio being the Warhammer Animation Studio themselves, who also worked on the other Warhammer shows. The director for this show is Bowman Modine. Some of the previous works he's done has been on the effects team in The Dark Knight Rises, and he's also been a set production assistant for the movie Whiplash. Lastly, he's the founder of Lost Legion. Now we know a bit about the people, let's go into the episode. Episode 1 starts with a detached voice giving a speech while looking at the galaxy with a planet. But moving through, we get to our main character of the episode and the show. Lakema is played by the actor Ruby Modine. Other notable roles are Laurie Spengler in Happy Death Day and Doreen Morton from The American Shameless. Moving on, why is that every show and movie has a detached voice monologuing about some philosophy? It either falls into some sort of heartbreak or war or another, the combination out there. I must say, why do towels have a Y for a nose? Like, it's really odd looking at it. It's getting there. That's better. We see an ethereal talking to the protagonist. We find out that she is called Lakema and that she's been given the promotion to Shasri. This is in the Tau ranking means hero. The ethereal then gives her a necklace of beads. We see a suit up scene with Lakema being put into her new stealth suit, then to the Tau warriors getting ready, then back to Lakema and someone on the holographic screen from a drone being told some important stuff about a mysterious person getting the Imperial commanders and the Tau envoys, and one of their other groups have detected pulses of energy on the planet. Then we see them off into space on a ship towards the planet's surface while being attacked by the Imperial ship until one of the larger ships uses itself as a shield to let them through. We then listen to Lakema and her squad talk to each other while in the transport ship as it gets into the atmosphere of the planet. The door to the transport ship opens and the team step onto it and activate their jump packs that were built into the stealth suit and jump from the ship. As this happens, we move across a cliffside and see our mysterious character who is an Aldari. The episode ends. The Aldari called Kalsef is played by the actor Clancy Brown, his other roles being the voice for Mr. Crab from SpongeBob and Captain Hadley from Shawshank Redemption. Episode 2 starts with a Tau warrior from the Firecast crawling to a rock to prop himself up. The caste system works for anyone who doesn't know the Tau or the 40k. The Tau use a caste-based social system that places a Tau into whichever caste that would suit them the best. Your standing in society is based on your standing in the caste you were placed in. So there's 5 castes: the water, fire, earth and air, and the ethereal caste, but we only want to focus on the 4 elemental ones, and I'll list them quickly now. The fire caste is all to do with their ground military and are tall as or slightly shorter than an average human and are generally muscular. Next is the earth caste. They are responsible for the technology for the Tau and normally have short builds. After them is the water caste, and they are diplomats and merchants for the Tau and are taller and slimmer than other Tau. Lastly, we have the air caste, and they are the messengers of the Tau and also the bulk of the protection fleets and the merchant fleets. They are the weird kids in the school who like planes basically. They are built like Slender Man, with the fact they are taller and more slender than the water caste and have long appendages and hollow bones to boot. They also live mostly in zero gravity. Now back to the episode. We see the Tau use his baby pistol to shoot a Lehman Russ tank. I don't know who spiked his food to make him think this would work out, but as he shoots, the tank rolls over him and we move onto a Manta and a Warlord Titan duking it off like 2 enemy members in a CSGO lobby. Though unlike game, the Tau don't know what human slurs are, but the Imperium does and guns the Manta down, and we don't hear the members in the Titan, but I have an inkling on what they might be saying. We watch as Lakema and her team watch this. The Tau are using World War II Japan strategies and sending a group of crisis suits flying at the Titan, but they get done in by the original Titan and a second that spawns behind him. Then after that, the team go off to the last known energy reading, but they find out they're too late but plan to strike at the next beacon and ambush Kalsef. We move to the Krieg, double checking that the Tau bodies are lit to the floor, definitely dead. Then they get ambushed by the stealth team who got there ready to ambush Kalsef. Though they became the preyers, Kalsef sniped one and sneaked up, stabbing Lakema in the leg, and then looking for that kill streak, he added another 2 to the tally before activating the beacon and getting away. The Krieg who got attacked gets back up and clubs another member before Ligma puts out for good. So what have we learned from this episode? That's simple. Kalsef got a kill streak, Ligma and her team wouldn't be able to get out of a paper bag with their skills, and if I want some protection, it's not overkill to have 2 Warlord Titans. Now, moving on to the third and last episode of this little series, we start with Kalsef talking some random rubbish, but I'm not here for philosophy. What does it look like? A bloody school lesson? As we listen to this, we are shown a webway gate, and for anyone who doesn't know what this is, it's basically how the Eldari, Drukhari and the Harlequins travel across space. Then we move on from this school lesson to the battlefield. We see that the last member of Ligma's team gets their suit damaged from a stray shot as they move through the battlefield. He tells Ligma to continue the mission, and then he goes over to a downed drone and tinkers with it. I know Ligma was just promoted and put onto this mission, but you're telling me she did enough to get promoted in the first place. Moving on, Ligma gets to Kalsef and she calls for an extraction ship. Then the two go on to each other about philosophy and blah blah. Basically, it's boring. Ligma argues the greater good is for the best, but Kalsef shoots back that her greater good has brought her to the very battlefield she stands on. Then boom, our bro from the battlefield uncloaks and holds Kalsef in place so Ligma can use the necklace of beads that she got back all the way at episode 1. She throws them at Kalsef, but like the veteran gamer he is, he just shields himself with the Tau who's holding him in place. The beads shock his suit instead. I'm thinking they're to incapacitate whoever gets caught by them, but then why have that as a bead of necklace looking thing? Moving back to the action, Bro throws his knife at Ligma, piercing her visor, shutting her systems down for a bit before they boot back up. As she looks at Kalsef, the webway gate opens, shoveling out 2 Wraith Knights, and as they look at Ligma like the beta to the Sigma, they shoot the extraction ship down, and then running off into the battlefield. Then Kalsef gets his final kill for the show in anger. Ligma flies at him, pushing both into the portal. Our boy Kalsef wakes up on the floor of a desert-looking place. God knows where he's been teleported. The next bit is a Shadowseer talking a cryptic wordplay to Kalsef. Basically, from what I understand this, Kalsef's journey doesn't end here, and he could have more to his future as the Shadowseer shows him this cool-ass mask, most likely giving it to Kalsef, though who really knows with these craft world weirdos. Now, we return back to Ligma, who is also in an unknown area. She's in a dark and foggy place. Like Kalsef, she gets visited by a Harlequin, but this time it's a death jester talking some random rubbish about doors and revenge, blah blah. We then zoom out to an unknown place and leaving Ligma's fate unsure. That was the Warhammer show, The Exodite. Where to start? Yeah, it's a decent story, and you should definitely give it a watch if you have Warhammer Plus. I think when characters don't have their masks or armor on, they do look a bit lifeless, but that may just be me. God knows what will happen to those two, but I do believe Kalsef got the better end of whatever will happen to them. I do believe we should hook up Kalsef with some sort of streaming platform with how he was popping off with those shots. If it was 2012 again, he could have made it big on YouTube. In my own opinion, this is a good 6 out of 10. If you enjoyed watching whatever this was, give it a like and a subscribe. God, I've gotten to the point where I'm asking people for subs and likes.